Welcome to another typical day at the Ultra-Elite Galactic Fitness Center, I announced to myself, adjusting my biometric performance tracker as I stride through the gleaming doors of Space Station Omega's premier fitness facility. My name is Coach Vex-Ra, and I am, without question, the most accomplished fitness instructor in the known galaxy. Beep. Beep. Good morning, Coach Vex-Ra, chirps the station's AI. Your first class begins in 30 minutes. Excellent, I say, running my four-fingered hand along the pristine equipment. Any new members today? Affirmative. 2 humans have registered for your advanced conditioning class. I pause mid-stride, my secondary heart skipping a beat. Humans? How quaint. In my 20 cycles as the galaxy's premier fitness instructor, I've trained 12 different species. From the gelatinous blob people of Rigel 7, who needed special containment fields just to lift weights, to the 6 armed warriors of the Proxima system, who could bend titanium bars with their minds. But humans? This should be amusing. Bring up their registration files, I command, settling into my hover chair. The holoscreen flickers to life, displaying their basic biological data. Such fragile-looking creatures with their measly 2 arms and legs. No enhanced musculature, no secondary cardiovascular systems, not even a basic exoskeleton. How they achieve space travel is beyond me. But no matter. They've come to the right place. My success rate speaks for itself. Just look at the testimonials floating across the walls. Coach Vex-Ra transformed my protoplasm, glows one review from a satisfied Regilian. 3 of my arms doubled in strength, proclaims another from a Proximan warrior. The truth is, I've never had a species I couldn't push to their absolute limits. My reputation for being the toughest trainer in the galaxy isn't just marketing, it's a proven fact. The Ultra-Elite Galactic Fitness Center hired me specifically because I understand the unique physiological needs of every species, and I know exactly how to push them to their breaking point. Safely, of course. Shall I prepare your standard maximum intensity workout program, asks the AI. No, I say, feeling particularly generous. Let's start them with something simple. Program 7B should suffice, the one that made that Vulcanite ambassador pass out after 10 minutes. The AI pauses, its processors whirring. Are you certain? That program is rated for beings with enhanced strength and stamina. I laugh, my throat sacs vibrating with amusement. Trust me, these humans will be begging for mercy within 5 minutes. It's best they learn early that not every species is cut out for elite-level training. Better to let them down easy on their first day. Oh, how wrong I was. How terribly, hilariously wrong. The doors to my fitness sanctuary whoosh open right on schedule, and in walk my new victims. AR clients, Sarah Chen and Marcus Rodriguez, according to their profiles. They're dressed in what appears to be primitive fabric workout attire, nothing like the standard issue bio-enhancement suits most species prefer. How charming. Welcome, I announce, floating over in my hover chair. I am the renowned Coach Vex-Ra, and you are about to experience the most scientifically advanced fitness program in the galaxy. The female Sarah grins at me while casually swinging her arms in circles. Sweet. We've been looking for a good gym since getting stationed here. The human facilities are under renovation. Marcus, the male, is bouncing on his toes, his body already in motion. Yeah, we just need something light today. You know, a basic warm-up routine to stay loose. We did a pretty intense CrossFit session yesterday. CrossFit, I ask, my translator struggling with the term. Is this some form of human meditation? They both laugh an odd, explosive sound that makes my sensory tendrils curl. No, Sarah says, still doing those arm circles. It's just high-intensity interval training, you know, like Olympic lifting combined with gymnastics and cardio. I wave my appendage dismissively. Ah, yes. Well, I've prepared a beginner's program that should provide an adequate challenge for your limited physiology. I gesture to the main exercise floor. We'll start with a simple strength assessment using our gravity-enhanced equipment. Cool, Marcus says. Jogging, yes, jogging. Toward the weights. What's the weight set at? Oh, merely 10 times standard gravity, I say with false modesty. We wouldn't want to strain your. Sarah, what are you doing? The female human has already loaded additional weight plates onto the bar. She's checking her primitive wrist device, some sort of timer perhaps. Just getting it to a working weight, she says cheerfully. This is about what I use for my light days. My primary heart stutters. Light days. Yeah, Marcus chimes in, adding even more weight to his bar. We usually go heavier, but since you said this is just an assessment. I quickly consult my data pad. There must be some mistake. These weights. They're approaching Proximan warrior levels. Perhaps we should begin with something more appropriate for your species class, I suggest, trying to maintain my professional composure. The gelatinous mass simulator, perhaps. Sarah is already beneath the bar, her form. Actually perfect? Don't worry, coach. We'll take it super easy today. No muscle-ups or handstand walks until we get warmed up. Handstand. Walks, my voice rises to a pitch I didn't know it could achieve. Marcus checks his own timer. Ready when you are, Sarah. Race you to 50 reps. You're on. Winner picks the next movement. As I watch in growing horror, they begin lifting weights that should be impossible for their species, chatting and laughing as if they're taking a leisurely stroll through the station's arboretum. My tentacles are trembling, and I haven't even started them on the actual workout yet. Should I proceed with Program 7B? The AI inquires innocently. I gulp, watching Sarah and Marcus move with terrifying efficiency. Perhaps we should reconsider that plan. Let's move on to the gravitational resistance chamber, I announce, trying to maintain my authority. By now, several other gym members have gathered to watch a mix of Andromedans with their crystalline bodies, a couple of multi-limbed Centaurians, and even a gaseous Nebulonian contained in its exercise sphere. Sarah and Marcus follow me, still bouncing with energy after what should have been an exhausting warm-up. The gravitational resistance chamber is my secret weapon, a specialized training environment that can simulate the gravity of a neutron star. No species has ever lasted more than 5 minutes at maximum settings. Now I say, adjusting the controls will start at merely triple the station's gravity and... Oh hey Marcus, Sarah interrupts, pointing at the chamber's display panel. This looks like that anti-grav training room we used during Space Force basic training, remember? Marcus nods enthusiastically. The one where we did those weighted backflip burpees. Good times. My tentacles twist in confusion. Weighted. Backflip. Burpees. Yeah, Sarah demonstrates what appears to be a controlled death wish, launching her body into the air, flipping backward, dropping to the ground, and popping back up, all while holding dumbbells. Like that, but with more explosiveness. The gathered aliens gasp in unison. A crystalline Andromedan actually cracks from shock. That's not the intended use of... I frantically check my training manual. The chamber is designed for static resistance training. Marcus grins, already setting up some equipment. No worries, coach, we can work with that too. Hey Sarah, want to try that new circuit? You know, the one with muscle-ups, pistol squats, and overhead walking lunges. Perfect, she's already chalking her hands. Let's do 10 rounds for time. I quickly increase the gravity to 5 times normal. Surely this will. Oh wow, Sarah says between sets of one-armed pull-ups, the extra gravity really engages the core. This is great, 10 times normal gravity. They switch to something they call partner carries, literally taking turns carrying each other while running laps. Running. In 10 times gravity. 15 times normal gravity. Marcus is now doing something called handstand push-ups against the wall while Sarah counts. ... 18, 19, 20. Great form, bro. The Nebulonian has completely condensed from shock. 2 Centaurians are filming with their neural recorders. I'm pretty sure one of them is praying. 20 times normal gravity. Hey coach, Marcus calls out between exercises, his face slightly flushed but still somehow smiling. Got any rope climbs in here? We usually do those between sets. My voice comes out as a squeak. Between sets. Sarah points to the ceiling. Oh perfect, those anti-grav training cables will work. Think we can link 3 together for a decent height. Those aren't. They're emergency stabilization tethers. But they're already climbing, using only their arms, still chatting about their weekend plans. Maximum gravity engaged. The point where molecular bonds begin to strain. Nice resistance, Sarah calls down from the top of the cable. Really feels like it's working those stabilizer muscles. Marcus checks his primitive timer again. 20 minutes in. Should we move on to the hard stuff? Hard stuff. The other gym members are pressed against the observation windows, their various appendages and sensory organs displaying universal signs of disbelief. The Andromedan who cracked earlier has begun crystallizing in a completely new formation, presumably to better process what they're witnessing. Computer, I whisper to my data pad, scan their vital signs. They must be reaching critical limits. Scanning, the AI responds. Human vital signs indicate mild cardiovascular elevation. equivalent to a leisurely morning stretch. Sarah drops from the ceiling, landing perfectly despite the crushing gravity. This is a great warm-up facility you've got here, coach. Once we're properly loosened up, maybe we could try something challenging. Marcus towels off some sweat, the first sign of exertion I've seen. Yeah, like that CrossFit workout we saw online. What was it called? Oh yeah, Murph. They both beam at me with those terrifying human smiles, the same smiles worn by apex predators across the galaxy. Would you like to join us, coach? It's pretty basic, just a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and another mile run. While wearing weighted vests, of course. Of course. While wearing weighted vests. In that moment, I realized something profound. Coach Vex-Ra, the most renowned fitness instructor in the galaxy, was completely and utterly out of my depth, just as I'm contemplating a career change to something less stressful, like bomb disposal or volcanic core sampling. The gym doors swoosh open again. A new human enters, but this one. By all the stars in the galaxy, this one is different. Commander Blake Thompson, Sarah, and Marcus snap to attention, though they're still somehow doing jumping jacks while saluting. The commander is a mountain of a human, with shoulders that would make a Jovian warrior feel inadequate. His t-shirt reads, "Pain is just weakness leaving the body," and I'm about to get really weak. At ease, athletes, he booms, his voice echoing off the crystalline walls. Heard we finally got access to the alien gym. Thought I'd drop by and see if it's suitable for our morning regiment. Morning regiment? There's more? Coach Vex-Ra Marcus says excitedly, "You've got to see the commander's training videos. They're legendary in the human military fitness community." Before I can protest, they've projected a hologram from their primitive devices. The footage shows Commander Thompson. No, this can't be right. He's flipping what appears to be a ground transport vehicle while carrying another human on his shoulders. That was just a light recovery day, the commander explains, starting to stretch. Had a minor plasma burn on my left side. Sarah pulls up another video. This one shows humans in something called a CrossFit box, though it looks more like a voluntary torture chamber to me. They're swinging from bars, throwing weights overhead, and is that human walking on their hands while another human hangs from their legs? Classic partner would, Marcus explains, noticing my twitching tentacles. Want to see the really intense stuff. No, I shout, perhaps too quickly. Perhaps we should focus on your current workout. Computer, activate all resistance systems. Maximum weight. Full environmental pressure. The commander looks around as the gym's most brutal settings engage. Not bad. Reminds me of my morning shower. I'm adding weight plates to every machine in sight now, my tentacles moving in a blur. Surely this will provide adequate resistance for. They're already using the weights as warm-up tools for something they call Turkish get-ups. Oh nice, the commander says, casually pressing a weight stack that could anchor a small moon. You've got those magnetic field generators. Perfect for adding instability to our pistol squat practice. The magnetic field's designed to tear molecules apart. They're using them for practice. More humans are arriving now. Word has spread through the station. They're all carrying those innocent-looking water bottles and towels, but their eyes show the same terrifying enthusiasm. Coach Sarah calls out, now hanging upside down from a power cable while doing something called an ABE routine. Mind if we move some equipment around? We want to set up for the 7 horsemen workout. The what? Marcus is pulling up more videos. You'll love this one, coach. It's inspired by ancient human mythology. You do 7 different workouts, each more intense than the last named after. Enough, I screech, my professional demeanor finally cracking. This facility is not designed for whatever this is. You can't just. The commander places a gentle hand on my shoulder appendage. Coach, we haven't even started using the ropes and rings yet. Watch this demonstration of a muscle up into a backward somersault into a handstand push-up. The video starts playing. My primary heart stops. My secondary heart considers a career change. Even my backup heart is updating its last will and testament. And the best part, Sarah adds cheerfully, is that we do this for fun. Wait until you see what our actual military training looks like. That's when I notice Commander Thompson is setting up something in the corner. Something that involves kettlebells, resistance bands, and what appears to be a timer. Anyone up for a quick AMRAP, he asks with that predatory human smile. Just a simple 45-minute chipper. The gathered humans cheer. Actually cheer. As if he's just offered them a delightful treat instead of proposing voluntary torture. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here right now. Coach Vex-Ra, Commander Thompson says, his voice carrying that dangerous note of helpfulness. You've been so accommodating. Why don't you join us for a real workout? Just a basic introductory WOD. The remaining alien gym members, those brave or foolish enough to have stayed this long, begin quietly slithering, floating, or quantum tunneling toward the exits. That is. As a professional trainer, I should probably just observe and... Sarah's already prepping equipment. Don't worry, we'll scale it down for beginners. Just a simple circuit 21159. 21, 15, 9 what I ask, knowing I'll regret the question. Marcus starts listing off movements while setting up stations. Thrusters, pull-ups, box jumps, wall balls, and just to keep it interesting, some burpee deadlifts. We'll finish with a nice farmer's carry around the facility. That's scaled down. The commander nods encouragingly. Of course, we removed the muscle-ups and handstand walks entirely, and we're only doing 3 rounds instead of 5. A Neptunian observer, whose species literally lives in crushing ocean depths, faints dead away. I really don't think, but they're already guiding me to the first station. Now, for thrusters, Sarah demonstrates, making the movement look horrifyingly easy. You just combine a front squat with an overhead press. Simple. Simple, she says. Simple like antimatter containment or negotiating peace treaties with quantum hive minds. Ready, Marcus has his timer out. 3, 2. Wait, I protest. Don't we need to discuss proper form and... 1. Go, go, go. What follows is a blur of movement and regret. My species has 3 hearts for endurance, not this. This madness. I managed 2 thrusters before my arms begin questioning their life choices. The humans are already on their 2nd round. Great form, Coach Sarah encourages while simultaneously doing pull-ups at a speed that suggests she's discovered new laws of physics. Remember to breathe. Breathe? Breathe? I'm pretty sure I've forgotten how to exist. Keep it up, Commander Thompson calls out between sets of something that looks like a gravity-defying dance move. Only 17 minutes to go. 17 minutes? I check my bio readings. I've been at this for exactly 47 seconds. A Vulcanite warrior, known for their stoic demeanor, is openly weeping in the corner. Time for wall balls, Marcus announces cheerfully, demonstrating how to throw a weighted sphere against the wall and catch it in a squat position. Just think of it as a fun game. Fun game? In my culture, this would be considered an advanced interrogation technique. The humans are chatting casually about their weekend plans while moving through exercises that would qualify as Olympic events on most planets. Commander Thompson is actually singing something called sea shanties between sets. Looking a bit tired, Coach Sarah notes with concern, "Want to try some pre-workout? Always perks me right up." She offers me a container of something that my environmental sensors immediately flag as a potential biohazard. That's when it happens. My breaking point arrives in the form of Commander Thompson demonstrating something called a pistol squat burpee box jump combo. And remember, he says, performing moves that openly mock several laws of nature. This is just the first part of today's training. Wait until you see what we've got planned for the afternoon session. Afternoon. Session? The room starts spinning. My tentacles go limp. The last thing I see before everything goes dark is Sarah asking if we should add some cardio to make it interesting. I wake up in the medical bay several hours later, surrounded by concerned medical staff and thoroughly traumatized gym members. The humans, I'm told, finished their light workout and then went to do something called hill sprints on the station's highest gravity deck. Don't feel bad, Coach, the medical AI chirps. You lasted 2.3 minutes longer than the previous record for non-human participation in a CrossFit workout. I reach for my data pad with a trembling tentacle and begin composing my resignation letter. Let someone else try to train these humans. Perhaps the combat instructors from the Omega Centauri warrior clans, or the endurance masters of the Andromeda Corps. As for me, I hear the station's library is hiring. Nothing strenuous about scanning books. Just have to avoid the human section, particularly anything labeled fitness and health. Through the medical bay window, I can see Sarah, Marcus, and Commander Thompson planning their next workout. They're using terms like imam and tabata that make the universal translator give up in despair. Some mysteries of the galaxy, I decide, are better left unexplored. I, Coach Vex-Ra, hereby submit my immediate resignation from the position of head fitness instructor at the Ultra-Elite Galactic Fitness Center. Please note that this decision is final and no amount of compensation or hazard pay could persuade me otherwise. The events of today have made it clear that our facility is woefully unprepared for human fitness enthusiasts. While dictating this letter, I can still hear them in the hallway, discussing something called the Murph Challenge, which, despite its innocent-sounding name, appears to be some form of ritualistic endurance trial that would make a Proximan warrior cry for their maternal unit. I think we should do it wearing weighted vests. Sarah's voice drifts through the wall. Obviously, Marcus responds. But let's make it interesting. How about we add swimming laps in the station's coolant tanks between rounds? The station manager, a typically unflappable Andromedan named Zix-12, has been stress crystallizing non-stop since reviewing the security footage of this morning's incident. The damage report alone reads like a disaster novel: 3 gravity generators pushed beyond theoretical limits, 14 pieces of supposedly indestructible equipment transformed into modern art, and 1 Nebulonian who had to be regasified after condensing from sheer shock. We need to take immediate action, Zix-12 announces during the emergency staff meeting, their crystalline form vibrating with anxiety. The humans have already submitted facility improvement requests. The gathered staff collectively shudders as they display the list. Stronger gravity plating for drop zones, reinforced pull-up bars rated for supersonic muscle-ups, additional weight plates up to something challenging, dedicated space for tire flips using shuttle tires, a lava pit for added workout motivation. Is that last one serious? Someone asks. With humans, we can no longer tell, Zix-12 responds gravely. The station's new policy was implemented within hours. A separate human-only fitness facility, constructed from battleship-grade materials and located in a reinforced sector previously used for weapons testing. The warning signs alone take up an entire corridor. Caution: human fitness zone. Extreme gravity fluctuations. High-intensity emotional contagion risk. Exposure may cause feelings of inadequacy. Non-humans enter at own risk. Management not responsible for existential crises. Commander Thompson seemed delighted with the arrangement. Perfect. Now we won't have to hold back during our warm-ups. Hold back? As I finish packing my office, I hear them planning tomorrow's session. Something about combining Olympic weightlifting with parkour and underwater basket weaving, because apparently regular exercise just is not challenging enough. Hey coach, Sarah calls out as I hurry past. Sure you won't reconsider? We are doing a recovery day tomorrow. Just a light 12-hour endurance challenge. I have never moved faster in my life. My resignation has been accepted with understanding and a generous therapy allowance. The station's medical AI has diagnosed me with something called human fitness stress disorder, apparently now common enough to have its own medical classification. As for the Ultra-Elite Galactic Fitness Center, they have updated their name to Ultra-Elite Galactic Fitness Center Non-Human Division. The human section has been rebranded as Moderate Intensity Training Zone Humans Only. Though I noticed they had to add a subtitle. Yes, this means it is actually intense. No, really, we promise. I hear they are still looking for a new instructor. I wish them luck. They are going to need IT. 6 months after my enlightening experience at Space Station Omega, I have found my true calling as a sports commentator specializing in human athletic events. The pay is better, and more importantly, nobody expects me to participate. And here we see Sarah Chen, our old friend from the Omega incident, preparing for what humans call the Galactic Ultra Marathon. I announce into my microphone, safely protected behind 6 inches of reinforced viewing glass. For those just joining us, that is a standard marathon being run in variable gravity conditions across 3 different planets. My co-host, a recovering fitness instructor from the Pleiades sector, twitches nervously. And this is entertainment for them. Oh no, I laugh, my tentacles waving knowingly. This is just Saturday morning cardio. They do the really challenging stuff during the week.
Across the galaxy, things have changed dramatically since humans joined the interstellar fitness community. The Proximan warriors, once considered the peak of physical achievement, now attend human-led boot camps and leave crying. The Vulcanite strength trainers have started a support group. Even the Andromedans have developed a new crystalline formation specifically for processing their feelings of athletic inadequacy.
Human fitness instructors are in high demand, though each posting comes with extensive warning labels and liability waivers. Commander Thompson now runs something called Extreme CrossFit 0G Edition on the rings of Saturn. I hear there is a 3-year waiting list despite the requirement for signing 17 different death waivers. To any aspiring alien fitness instructors considering taking on human clients, I offer this hard-won wisdom: do not. Just do not. If they describe any workout as light, basic, or the translator still shudders at this one. Just a warm-up run. Run fast, run far. Breaking news: my producer patches through an urgent update. Marcus Rodriguez has just completed the marathon and is asking if anyone wants to join him for some light cool-down exercises. Cool-down exercises that, I am informed, involve swimming through the methane oceans of Neptune while solving quantum physics equations and juggling neutron stars. For fun. I have learned many things in my career, but perhaps the most important lesson is this: never, ever tell a human that something is physically impossible. They will take it as a personal challenge and then post the video on something called social media just to prove you wrong. As I watch Sarah and Marcus lead an enthusiastic group of humans and terrified aliens through their post-marathon recovery session, I cannot help but smile. The galaxy was not ready for human fitness enthusiasm, and honestly, it probably never will be. Now, if you will excuse me, Commander Thompson is attempting to deadlift a small moon for charity, and I need to update my insurance coverage before commenting on it. Some say humans are crazy. I say they are just built different. Very, very different. And report. P.S. No, I still will not join them for just a light jog.